Hey, Mama. I hope you liked my joke yesterday. And I hope you liked the title of my video yesterday. I'm going to attempt to come up with, 3 or 4, sorry, 3 or 4 jokes. Still didn't get it. I think I got it now. Sorry about that. Now that I've lost so much time, let's try it again. I'm gonna try to come up with, let's do 2 jokes because I don't want to push it if I can't make the third one, the third or fourth one. Let's see, what will the first one be? Okay, I have a theme. That's a good start. Hmm. Okay, I think I got it. Hopefully. So, which famous, not well, what popular children's what would you call it? Story, put that way, is similar to, actually I can't, I won't make this a short. I thought about what I was going to say, and I said, now that I'm thinking through it, I'm like, I don't want to say that on Sunday. Every time I think of saying something naughty on Sunday, I'm like, I shouldn't do it. Part of me feels guilty. So let me not use that. It's just, if you ask me when I'm with you, then I'll remember. Just remind me, like, just say, what story was I thinking of what story was I gonna tell a joke to when I was talking about the children's story or fable. Okay, let me just regroup. And let's see, I can't use that thing. Let me see if I can use another one. Okay, I have a theme again, which is a good start. Don't be naughty. So it just automatically went that way, and I'm like, wait a minute, don't do it again. My mind's like, I want to. I'm like, no. How does it? Okay, I'm gonna just flow with it and see what it comes out. Just let you know what kind of mood I'm in. All right. What happens when how to put it? All right, I'm gonna try to say some corny jokes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to do the 3 or 4 this time instead. Especially now, I don't have to do the short. Here we go. The first one, 5 minutes in, because I haven't thought of these ahead of time. I like to do things on the spot with you, on the fly, just because it's the best way for you to kind of see how I am. And I don't, unless usually I tell you if I have something planned ahead of time, which is, like me, like what I did yesterday in terms of the uh game for the kids, for the twins. And I haven't forgotten to do that. I also want to. Oh, the kids went back today, so I have more time now, especially because the program I was in before ended a couple weeks ago on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I have more time to think of different things ahead of time for us to enjoy together. But right now it's really late. I think it's 1 o'clock. I was watching something with my mom. I was watching a couple things, Dad and Mom. I watched church service today. For the Father's Day service, I watched my brother's show, and then I watched First Lady Michelle Obama's speech at the presidential Obama's presidential center, which was amazing. It's just I could just really go on and on about them because they're such great people, and it's like there's such a blessing and such a breath of fresh air that it almost seems like it's unreal, in terms of how much they inspire hope. Not, I think I'll talk about that more than I'll do. I might do one joke at the end now, but I'm not in the mood right now just because I was so inspired by what I heard from her. They're both really just so grounded, so positive all the time, no matter what they're going through. And it just also gives the great example of the power of Black love, because Lord knows they put both of them through it. It was not easy, them having to be the first African American, not only couple, but also president and first lady. And it's like, it's unbelievable how much they just exude good vibes, good energy, good aura, good positivity, good just vision, and seeing the best this country has to offer, and not being drawn into the madness and the rat race and the pessimism and the selfishness and the greed and the envy and the jealousy and all these things that just divide us. Not many presidents can say that they pull together people from both parties to get legislation done. And he did. And he didn't look like the majority of the lawmakers in DC. But because his message resonated with so many people all over the country, and they saw the benefit of it, and now seeing the benefit of it not being there with where we are now, it just hopefully puts things in perspective for those who only were just really tunnel vision for the longest about what and how they wanted things to be what's the word, biased in one race and in their favor. But with President and First Lady Michelle Obama, President Barack and First Lady Michelle Obama, they were able to help not only minorities, not only poor, not only well, that's a group that's a minority too, but middle class, poor, different walks of life, all different races, all different genders, all different what would you call it? backgrounds, all different ways people love, um, religion, and they were able to make it so that everybody felt included. That's how it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to be, we're not an island. You go out of here, out of your home, you buy groceries from, a store that has multiple different people shopping there. You go to the store, same thing. Or it's not grocery store, it's a clothing store, mall, whatever. Theater, same thing. It's like all different walks of life. It's not. We're not a society that's just built on one race. We have so much that immigrants brought into this country and allowed us to have the diversity that we have in terms of having food, and food is one of the main things you look at. We have so many different. Now I only mention it just because, well, one, because I love to eat as it turns to 11:11. There's my naughty joke. I didn't even realize it was 11:11. I just happened to look over it at the time stamp while I was talking about food. All right. Be honest. That's what I'm trying to say. I felt like, to me, honestly speaking, it just feels like one of the major indicators of it's not indicators. One of the most one of the easiest. What's that the right word? What's the word for it? I guess I'll say that one of the most popular ways to display your culture is through your cuisine. Is through food. We've always, I think what happened with the Native Americans, but anyway, long story. Not want to get into that, into my history, but anyway. So like, yeah, so you don't have to go to Japan. Some of the food has been Americanized, but just, but depends on where you go. Certain places have more authentic cuisine than others. So, but the fact that you can get Chinese food, you can get Japanese food, you can get Korean, Vietnamese, you can get Ethiopian, you can get Mediterranean. What's another one? But they're all over, just French. Just all of them. All of them. There's so many different ones. Latin food. And you can go through all of South America. And they bring their cultures here. Not only do you have businesses that are not just food or cuisine based, but just to have work and workers that can share in working in community and neighborhoods and having just socially, just being able to be social and to interact and realize that we're not an island unto ourselves. That was always the kind of the biggest hurdle we had to face. Like I mentioned to you before, I believe the biggest hurdle we had to face as a culture, as Black culture. Like I mentioned, W.B. Du Bois felt like we should integrate, and where certain segregationists like Booker T feel like we should have our own, which is still true at this point, to this day, where we should have our own things in our neighborhoods too, so we can support our own businesses and try to keep the dollar in our neighborhoods as long as possible, because right now we get it and then we don't spend it in our neighborhoods, we spend it somewhere else, and it doesn't stay where we are. It goes out. But anyway, I don't know, it's just, we have so much more in common than we have separate, and the quicker we learn that, it's an ebb and flow though. It's like we had that with Barack, we had 8 years, then we had Joe Biden for another 4. And now it's like, you know, you don't know how good you have it until you don't have it anymore. And, you know, so many rights and so many liberties and so many freedoms and opportunities. And we're given where that had been fought for so hard, so long. You know, our ancestors, beloved, you know, our African American ancestors, our John Lewis's, our Martin Luther King's, our, well, Malcolm's, all of them, you know, they realize how strong we are as a community, but also, like Martin saw how it's more than just race. You know, it's poverty. It's a lot more issues that go into the makeup of a. Sorry, I can't hold it. I'm not holding the phone well tonight. Sorry. That look, I want to put the phone on the charger. I just remember the battery's low. One second. 1 second, below. I'm charging my phone. I think it said it was on like 20%, but that was a while ago. So let me see here before it dies. I don't have any alarms because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's see. Make sure it's plugged in. Yeah, so those are the things that they try to, people try to, certain people, not all people. I'm almost done. Oh no, okay. That clock is wrong. Okay. Oh, thank you. June 3rd. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll save it. Thanks, Mom. My mom just brought me a daily bread talking about the power of music. I'll read it to you. That'll be. I don't have a. What is that in my hair? It's a what? What is that? I can't get it. There we go. There you go. Sorry, but it's a little rough tonight. Okay. What was I talking about? One's with, one's without. I don't know. It's just. Martin had that vision. He saw how much it was beyond just a black thing. You know, it was a humanitarian thing. It was a generational thing. And he looked at the world with transparent lenses, not color-based, not race, not, well, obviously race, color is the same thing, not with bias, like I mentioned. He saw everything the way it was, and he saw the injustice that was in the country beyond just before. It started with race, and then he realized it was much greater than that. And that's how you have to look at it. It's not one community. It's not just one. Yes, it's not just one culture. It's not just one entity. It's one. Sorry, I saw something. It's multiple. It's if it affects one, it affects all. And the quicker we can realize that, the better off we'll be, because we can be just like our neighbor on any given day. Only God knows what, you know. My mom always said that, you know, we have our own, just like it says in the Bible, you know. Not only not only what's only done for God will last, but also many other paths. Here goes. And always acknowledge him, he will direct your path, but also I think there's a proverb that talks about many are the, how's it go? Desires in a man's heart, but only I'll paraphrase. Many are the desires of a man's heart, but I'm not too sure on the second part I'm about to say that I'm about to say now. I think it's like something along the lines of I wish I knew the scripture off me. I don't remember. Something about God is in control of what, but ultimately only you probably know the scripture. I'm having a hard time remembering it, but it's basically saying that only what God wants to happen will happen ultimately. And so I feel like that's been the case for both good and bad things. Not to say that God is a God to do negative things, but he wants us to learn from our mistakes, learn our lessons, learn from the past. And if we don't learn from our past, we repeat the lesson. And this has been a very hard lesson to learn because a lot of people have wasted a lot of money. A lot of people, lives have been changed. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people can't provide for their families. A lot of people don't have farms. A lot of people don't have workers. A lot of the workers are, a lot of families are being torn apart. A lot of, it's just been a lot of unraveling that's gone since President Obama and President Biden. And you're talking about decades of work that civil rights leaders and activists, not just black, but all over, in all facets that are put together to give us the stability that we were used to having after all those years with the previous two presidents. Or, yeah, I'm only counting. But you see what I'm trying to say. But it's just, you don't know how good you have it until you've lost it. And so unfortunately we have to bear the brunt of our brothers and sisters' mistakes. So that's what it is. If it's one, it's all. And until we learn that lesson, we'll keep doing this and we'll keep doing this. And we have to teach our children, because right now, the leaders that are supposed to be leaders, are, how do I say it lightly? Just have let us down, put it that way. And it's not easy to accept what has happened, especially if you didn't vote for, especially if this wasn't what you wanted or expected. And the problem is our kids had no ability to vote, and now they're going to be affected by it for generations by the error of some. And now we have to go through in the education system. And so it's just, the more you get, the more you think about it, the sadder, you know, it becomes. But you have to have hope. And I believe that's what President Barack, former President Barack, and former First Lady Michelle Obama always would tell us. And they're such great role models because I'm trying to cry. And they're such great role models because of it, because they saw the good part of America, despite how they treated Barack, and despite all the threats against them. You could see the lawn at Jackson Park and see how far back the people were there to see him and support them. It shows how much love they have for President Obama and First Lady. And it just makes you hope and know that it makes you hopeful and know that, you know, there is a God somewhere, and don't give up, because joy comes in the morning. And as long as we stick together, there's nothing we can't accomplish together. It's like we put them in office. We have to keep hope alive, because we have children that look up to us, and we have to show them the better side of this country and what we can be. You know, that's what we teach our kids all the time. We tell them, you know, be the best you can be, and that means everything. I don't mean that in terms of competition, but I mean like aspire to fulfill your purpose, aspire to be a great role model, aspire to be a good friend, aspire to be a good sister, you know, son, daughter, brother, mentor, teacher, counselor, whatever, doctor, whatever it is they want to be. Not only is there no limit, but also be proud of who you are. Be teachable and listen, because we have two of these and one of these. And love your neighbor, love your love your enemies, love those that don't understand the power of forgiveness and the beauty in forgiveness, and be kind and understanding and patient with people that are different from you, and learn from them. You never know. I think I told you about that. I told you that about my best friend. Like, the reason why I was even able to break out of my sorry, my voice is scratchy because I was crying, and my throat still hurts from talking about that subject because it was so sensitive. I had my water bottles all the way in the corner of the purple one. I was talking, like I mentioned to you before, the reason why I opened up when I was in my elementary school era at the new school was because my Caucasian friend, best friend still to this day, she had come up to me. She knew I was trying to cry. she knew I was sad because I'm really shy. And I was playing by myself, similar to how your mom said you were playing at the swing by yourself and nobody was in the seat with you, but you kept pushing the swing like somebody was there. And it was difficult for you to fit in because none of the kids wanted to play with you. Well, I was new at my school too. And I was playing by myself in some rocks, I still remember. And I'll leave you with this. I don't want it to be too sad, but she saw me playing by myself. And she said, do you want to play with me and my friends? And it was a Pakistani girl, a black girl like me, and two other white girls. We just played tetherball, kickball, hops. And that's how it should be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't. Sorry, I'm trying to calm down. We didn't know we shouldn't play together. We're only kids. We didn't know, oh, she's Spanish, so she should play with the Spanish kids. Oh, she's white, so she can play with the white kids. It wasn't like that then. When I was a kid, where I grew up. Excuse my nose, excuse me. But now that we've gotten older, now that we're older, we can see how much things have been, how much has changed. And so, excuse me. And so it's been difficult. Kobe wouldn't be pleased. Let's see if I can try to lay up again. Here we go. I never knew hatred. My best friend, still to this day, is that same girl. Besides you beloveds, of course, my best friend, not my, alright, you know the difference. This turns to GT. I'm grateful because had I not had that experience when I was a kid, I don't know that I would be as open to talking to different people. Well, I'm still shy. I'm still very shy, and I don't open up very much, but I don't open up very much, excuse me, but I do, I do know that I get that partly from my mom, but I also know that it taught me the importance of diversity and inclusion and love. Because she loved me enough to open up and invite me into her circle. She didn't have to do that because my sister, I consider that, even though she's not really, she's only a month younger than me, same year and everything. But I consider her sister a best friend because she was the most popular girl at the school, and that's what her circle of friends look like. Transparency, no, just a godsend. And she was able to help me open up and just not feel so alone and shy. And her mom and my dad ended up being our soccer coaches, and we've been in contact and know each other ever since. And so, I'm just grateful for her, and yeah, I want that for my nieces and nephew. I want that for other kids. I want them to see that even though we're different, we don't need to stay separate. We can still, excuse my nose. Sorry, I'm making it worse. Sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry, man. Excuse me. Let me see if I can do a mic. Might go over too. Somewhere in the world and in the universe, Kobe and Mike are saying, here comes the corny joke. I just thought of it just now. Here goes. What? I'll make sure I say it and get the right word. Let me see. I just thought of it. I don't want to say anything. What did Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant say I have in common with the trash? My aim. I think I messed it up. I didn't say it right. That was my nose making that noise. I'm sorry. My nose is very. I was doing that. I think I messed. Let me try it again. Let's try this good joke one more time. What did Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant say I have in common with the trash can? I'm some trash. There we go. All right. Oh, my nose again. No, nose act right. Give me a second, beloved. I'm having a hard time today. This is what happens every time I get emotional. My nose is like, hi, look at me. All right, here we go. Let's see. I know I could be next. So here we go. Since I'm 0 for 2, I figure I might not make this one either. So I have to think of a player that doesn't make his shots. Okay, let me think. I have to think of a name first. Let me see. I want to think of one to be like terrible. Let me see if I can think of one. Okay, I think I got one. You ready? Here you go. Here it comes. I wish you could see me throw it. Let me see if I can stand over here a little bit closer. My cord's really long, so I can come over a little bit farther. Okay, here we go. Here's the trash. Let's see if I put the trash so you can see it. All right. Oh, you can't see my face. It's far too far. Oh no, I'm not doing a good job. Let me see. How can I show you me in the trash can? I'll just have to shoot it and we'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm sitting here with the trash in my hand. I'm gonna throw it and try to get it into the trash. That's obvious. Sorry, my finger was over the mic. I'm sorry for scratchy. That was obvious. That's how you play. That's how you play basketball. You try to put it in the trash. My nose is still running. Okay, there we go. I've thought of a name. So let me see. I'm trying to think of a couple. So let's see if you. All right. Okay, I got a good one. Okay, since we're talking about President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama, this is the joke. If I make it, I'll say I was one name, and if I miss it, I'm gonna say I was a different one. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make it. I'm not gonna try to miss it on purpose. But if I don't make it, then I'm gonna say it's because I was this other basketball player. Okay, I'm ready. That's 4. Is your number? We're gonna count down 4 seconds since 4 is your favorite number. There you go. 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. There's Dennis Rodman. Now I have to think of another person. Let me see who I could put. Since we already used Dennis at this point, who else can't shoot? Who else can't shoot the ball? I haven't watched basketball in so long in terms of like consistently during the season. So I'm not sure who I can pick. Let me think. Right. I want to think somebody's like really wild and like has no coordination. Let me see. If they're that bad, they don't play in the NBA. Let's see. I can't think of another. Okay, this is it. This is for all the tea in China. Let's see. Hopefully I make it. If I make it, I'm gonna say the other person I was thinking about. All right. Hopefully I make it this time. Let's see. There we go. 1. I'm gonna hold it this way. You'll see if it went in. You won't see it around the trash. Obviously, you'll see it, but you'll see me throw it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I give up. This is so bad. All right, let's stop for real. There we go. Went in that time. All right. I was trying to say, if I make it the last 2 of the last 2 times or before Dennis Rodman, that I'm President Obama, because he's really good at playing basketball. But of course that didn't happen because I missed it twice. But after the 3rd time of making it with the different names, I made it. So hopefully President Obama, you know, I'm hopefully I didn't let him down. All right, well, I have to read something Ma gave me. It's called The Power of Music. I'll turn it around so you can see it clear. And then you can take a picture of it or pause the video and you can see what I read tonight. Actually, I'm not going to read it tonight. I'm reading in the morning because I need to go to bed tonight. This is it. Hopefully you can see it okay. Maybe you can pause it. Pull it out. There you go. Hopefully you can see all the words in the scripture, where the scripture came from. My mom gave me this one tonight to read. She just came in my room. When she came in my room, that's what she gave me. All right, love, I love you. I'm trying to think if there's okay, I did think of one more joke. This one's food related, so let me see if I can get it. But I have to make sure I say it the right way. What restaurant? This is about to be kind of, I don't know what to say. Well, it's funny. It's just it's kind of corny, but kind of not very nice either. But it depends on how you take it. I will just say it's a joke. It's a joke, so I'm not gonna overanalyze it. All right. The first part of it is this. What? My mom was going back in here. What restaurant do you have in common with a certain character who likes to eat spinach? Popeyes. I try to make it a little bit better. Hopefully that's not because I was gonna say it a different way, but I was like about us and the Popeyes, but I was like, no, I'll just not do it that way. So hopefully you like that joke as a corny joke. All right, but we had little jokes today. Another crying spell, which means I probably need to get some sleep. Because I'm emotional. When I get tired, I get emotional very easily. Fun fact. And played basketball, and I was terrible at that. And I missed it for Kobe and Mike, and missed it not on purpose. I missed it and purposefully called myself Dennis Rodman. And when I finally made it, I said President Obama would be hopefully pleased with me. Because Lord knows, of all the presidents, I'm always going to be very grateful for him. All right, Bubba, I love you. Have a good night, okay? And sorry it took me a long time to shoot longer videos. With everything else going on in terms of my schedule, it's been a little busy lately. I'm hoping I'll be able to read you something tomorrow once I get some sleep, and then I'm gonna try to go to bed a little bit earlier than usual, more because I think it'd be a lot better for my for multiple reasons, health wise. I'm not just for just so I'm not, excuse my nose, so I'm not so tired during the day. Okay. All right, but I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Night. Bye. Love you. And I hope you had a great, hope your father had a great Father's Day. And, excuse me. I hope that, Mr. Carter did as well. And, I don't think other gentlemen in your life that I know your father and your and Mr. Carter. Let me see. Those are the only two gentlemen I can think of. Yeah. But if any other of your friends who are fathers, or even Kelly's husband, hope he had a great Father's Day as well. Yeah. All right, beloved. Well, I love you. Have a good night. See, my nose is I can't breathe because it's all stuffy in here. I'm having a hard time breathing, so I'm trying to breathe through my mouth. Anyway, it's a long story. It's neither here nor there. All right. I'm so grateful to talk to you. I don't want to end the video. It's been a long time, but before Mom comes back in here, maybe and gets upset with me, I think it's going this time. All right, I love you, love. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.